G'day everybody, Nathan Sandon here from Ostie Anglican, and I'm just speaking to you from up in the escarpment in the middle of the rain, and it's a great place to be bringing to you a new series that we're looking at church, which is human flourishing and well-being with God, which is what we're looking at in the coming weeks and months ahead. With that in mind, I'm just really excited about this particular topic that we're looking at over the next few weeks together, particularly as we think about the way in which the Bible speaks into this issue of mental health and well-being and human flourishing. As I've been doing my reading and as I've been preparing for this, I've been struck by two things. The first thing I've been struck by is the way in which, as I've engaged with the science and as I've engaged with the readings and the material, how much they echo what the Bible has been teaching for thousands of years about this issue of well-being. The other thing that I've been struck by, though, is the person of Jesus. Again, as we tackle this topic of well-being, Jesus himself came and he said, I have come to give life and life to the full. I think that's a great definition of human flourishing, life to the full. But one of the things I found extraordinary as I've prepared for this series is the way in which Jesus will say certain things that may affirm and may support what the sort of scientists are telling us about well-being. But Jesus also has some remarkably challenging words to talk about as well when it comes to this issue of what does it mean to be flourishing as human beings. He says things like it is better to give than to receive. He has some other words that are particularly challenging in our day and age as we wrestle with this topic of human flourishing and well-being. I'm really excited about what we'll be doing together over the next coming weeks and months, and I'd love for you to join us on that journey. So I hope you can join along with us. And I'm asking you to see if you'd be able to help us out. One of the beliefs that we have in this area of human flourishing is what Jesus is doing by saving a community unto himself. The family of God itself is a great expression of this human flourishing as Jesus would have it. So a way in which you might be able to help us is you could grab your camera and you could hold it as a selfie video, or you could film someone in your family. And we're asking as many people as possible just to hold out the camera and film themselves finishing this sentence: human flourishing is ... And then the idea is then to compile all of those together and then kind of trickle them out each week. Again, with that idea of the expression of part of that human flourishing is that God has saved us for community, for one another. And this is how the world is to know who Jesus' disciples are, if we love one another. And again, so that sense of one of the topics we'll be looking at is one particular week. Some of the other topics that we might be looking at are things like perseverance. How do you endure? How do you continue on? There'll be some other topics as well as we go from one week to the next. But I'm inviting you to come along with us and to join us in this journey. I'm inviting you to participate in this from week to week, and you'll be hearing more about how you might be able to do that. But for now, if you could, please take out your phone and shoot the self-image with the video. Human flourishing is ... How would you answer that question?
To me, flourishing is striving and doing well in a difficult situation.
Me, human flourishing is thriving.
The idea of human flourishing is for everyone. To be human is to have the ability to flourish. And so we shouldn't view it as negative, but rather as positive, as we continue to work out everything that God would have us be as humans living in his world.